I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys drop the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's where Rap a Lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God it in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's my dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bad mind, the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind.
It's week 10 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Steelers and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
This defense for the Jags, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions.
And now off to the races, down the right side, the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, 2.
And that'll set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check, 93's the mic,
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And I'll tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
That's what often happens. When you have competitors running around the field, these guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And room there to work it inside the 25.
Protect yourself, man.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown. Lawrence. Scoring on the keeper from 6-yard out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
First down, Winston. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. On play action, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now a second down and 6. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. In that play, how about that tackle we just saw?
Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11 now.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get
From the shotgun. Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000 yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Winston on 3rd and 2. Short little throw to Ebron. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He completes it to Beckham. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 27, Lawrence. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
That's how we do it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Crunch time, defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. A 1st down throw for Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 6. They go play action with Lawrence. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
defenders do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got some space here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They hand this off to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
We talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll run with Etienne. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Like 17.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Some good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the interception, Winston. Ebron caught left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back now in Jacksonville. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Breaks through the contact and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Winston. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jaguars back with it on offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This is Shenault on the receiving end.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Yeah, he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And able to get this one across the... Before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for a Jags touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Lambo on for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Breaking the sideline grin as well. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 149 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Now a first down carry for Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stuck for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Harris pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Shaquille Griffin will go. The Jags are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here, I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Open man right side is Shark. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the wall.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there. Yeah. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point tacked on by Lamar. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 42 yards. And the Steelers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long, because that's his third touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came to this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 17, Mike 17. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Lawrence will throw. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Aaron Robinson. And at a 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. It wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.